Welcome guys, John's Football Channel. This is your preview to Chelsea versus Leeds. It's going to be the FA Cup semi-finals. Very interesting game. Reason for that is we know we're not going to do much in the league right now. Not going very far. We either probably make Conference or Europa League. We're definitely not making Champions League football. Results have gone away from us, especially with Liverpool winning again. I believe Aston Villa lost, so there's a very slim chance with them. But yeah, the only way for us to actually get somewhere, and even then, FA Cup victory or the final doesn't get us Champions League football. It probably gets us only Europa League. And it's a trophy, I suppose. It's something that we can say we won. At the end of the day, it could be our worst season, but at least we won something. So it is going to be a very tight game for us. A game that we need to, as fans and as players, the last opportunity for us to salvage something from this season. It is a question of, we know that they've switched off in the Premier League. They've given up, especially with Brighton, Man United, Man City, all the other games before that. Now that Liam Rossini has been sacked, is there a bounce? Can there be a bounce? I don't really think so, but I would hope that mentality can part ways with us for now, especially with the FA Cup. Let us change our mentality. Let's change our attitude towards the games that we are about to play. Hopefully this week they've actually been preparing quite well, quite focused. I think as a person who has played the sport, I think it's very easy to go in a negative space, but as well as get into those negative mindsets and whatever, I think you can also very easily actually turn a switch and actually play on the front foot. And I think I hope that we actually go with other one. I obviously hope that we actually go in with some fire and actually some intensity and actually some coherence with one another to actually win this game. So let's take a look. Obviously, we're actually playing at the Wembley Stadium. Jared Gillett will be our referee. And then we're playing at 4 o'clock, South African time. Then we look at the lineups. They went Dowlow in goal, Justin as their right centre back, then Boyle as their centre back, and then Struck as their left centre back. They're going with a back three, and then in the midfield they're going with probably wing backs. And a defensive midfield as of 4 or 2 DCDMs, and then a left wing back and a right wing back. Left wing back as Goodmanson. In the midfield is the CDMs. We've got Tenka and Ampadu. In the left wing back, right wing back is Doyle, and then in the midfield, probably as the wingers and probably as the people that will be tucking in. One will tuck in to actually make a 5. Probably when they are defending, it will be Orkov or Aridmanson as the two up front there, and then just behind Calvert-Lewin up front. A team that doesn't have the most dangerous of players, but we know Calvert-Lewin on his day can be dangerous. We know he has experience. We know he knows where the ball is and where the goals are when it comes to it. Aridmanson, I think, is also a decent player. Orkov, I think, as well. Goodmanson, another player. Ampadu, we all know. A Chelsea Blue, once was. I don't know if he still counts himself as a Blue. But I think we all know he's a decent player. I mean, he's been around the block as well. And he's been playing around with one of the best. So he has some form of understanding of how the game needs to be played. And I think Justin comes from, if I'm correct, he comes from Leicester. So they have some decent players in this team, and potential players that could start. This is not the actual official lineup, which we will soon see when the game actually gets kicked off. But this is most likely the team that most likely will go with going into the FA Cup round against Chelsea. Then we take a look at Chelsea. We go with Sanchez in goal. I don't think there's anyone else. Sanchez needs to get his mind together and actually needs to understand that he's going to be pressed. I think there will be times, again, they'll know that what he has done prior has led him suspect. And I think they'll definitely press him and definitely cause him to react. And it is a question of, does he react positively to their press? Does he stay calm? Does he stay collected? Or does he actually fumble and actually cause a goal to be conceded? And then most likely I think we'll keep our formation quite the same. I don't think we will change much. I think because of us being scared with what happened with Brighton, that things didn't exactly go the way we anticipated, especially with the change of formation. So I think for this game, I think it will be more the same for us to have a good understanding among each other and what needs to be done in certain areas of the pitch. So most likely we'll have Gusto as the right, Fofana and Chalobah as the centre backs, Cucurella as the left, and then in the CDMs we have Santos and Caicedo, and then we could have Enzo as the cam. From time to time, I think it can change. I think it can go as a solid midfield, as a line of three, and then Palmer and Neto just trying to pick up the loose ends in the midfield when it comes to it, and then João Pedro up front. I think that's one of the ways it could shape up. There's not many other players that we can have. Estevao, unfortunately, probably it was his last game. It is a question of, is there any chance of him actually making one of the last games of the season? I highly doubt it. What would be the point of risking him? Unless we're somewhere far in some thing that's worth actually competing for, probably we might actually play him. But apart from that, if we don't actually win this game and actually go to the next round, I don't see any point of actually playing Estevao. So probably that was his last game. This team on paper, to an extent, I think we all trusted. I think Neto on his day, he can be dangerous, especially he knows he trusts his pace. He knows when he wants to take on a man, he trusts himself to actually go past him. He knows he's quick. It is a question of his dribble sometimes. It is a question of his crosses. Hopefully Enzo and them actually get that understanding, even Palmer, for them actually to be dangerous. And hopefully Santos and Caicedo actually help them up. And hopefully Fofana and Chalobah keep us solid. Hopefully Gusto doesn't actually do any other blinders, even Fofana. Like I mentioned in the post review of him just clearing, be composed, breathe, be calm on the ball. The ball's coming, okay. Where's the man out? Who's pressing me? Who's around me? Who can I play it to? Same with Sanchez. Hopefully no scary things. And please do not play the ball up front. Do not send it there just for sake of sending it there. Leeds will hurt us. They'll know that there's blood in the water. They'll be tasting blood and they'll know, okay, there's something to actually get from this game. So Sanchez, please, I beg of you, do not send the ball forward. If there's João Pedro up front calling for it, so be it. If it's from a corner and he doesn't get the ball, okay, fine, send it. Let us see if I can catch them on a counter. But apart from that, leave the ball on the floor. Play it to the centre backs. Let the centre backs play it out and among each other, and let's actually progress with the ball and actually get some going up into their phase, into the third phase of the pitch, and actually cause some mayhem there. Hopefully there's enough creativity in the team to actually score a goal. It's been a while, surprisingly, how we haven't scored. Hopefully Palmer would be one of the players to actually want to take shots from distance. Hopefully Santos, Caicedo as well, to ensure that we actually get a chance on goal, especially score. Even Neto, if you're going to shoot, please keep it down, please keep it low. Do not send it to the roof of the stadium. João Pedro, more or less the same. Just stay on side, I would suppose. I trust João Pedro more than Garnacho and some players. I hate it when you see some players offside. But yeah, let's hopefully we can get some positivity. Hopefully as a Chelsea United team and fans, hopefully we can. I know I can trust my team. I don't know if this is our worst point right now. I don't know if we can get lower than this, but I know some way, and in some way we will be able to get a result. I don't know if it's this game or the next, especially Liverpool. I think if we really want to, as a Chelsea Football Club, if we really want to
No matter what the owners don't have power over Chelsea, the DNA of Chelsea. DNA of Chelsea, no matter what's ahead of us, we will get through it, and we're actually able to prove a point when it matters most. Like we'll remember the Champions League, Bayern Munich, Champions League, Man City. None of us were favorites to win it, but yet somehow, some way, we found the way to win. Hopefully that's the case today as well. And hopefully we're actually able to get some form started. Probably we might, knowing that Liam Rosenior has, but we all know that Farland is the assistant manager of Liam Rosenior, is now the manager or current manager for now, or head coach, until they actually find an actual manager for the new season. So let's see what he can do. We all know he doesn't have much experience in terms of studying. He's still studying, so he's nowhere near the levels of any manager probably in the Premier League. So yeah, let's see what he can do. Let's see if a license is just a license, and he actually has been putting work behind the scenes and actually closing the gap, I would say, in terms of deserving an opportunity to become a manager, and a good one at that. Then if you take a look at some stats, Neto against Tanaka. Tanaka is the Leeds' best player, I think, at least for the FA Cup. Neto has 4 goals, Tanaka has 2. Expected goals 0.7 for Neto, 0.6 for Tanaka, and then assists, Neto has 1, Tanaka has 0. Minutes per goal, 64 for Neto, and then 154 for Tanaka. Shots on target per match, Neto has 2, Tanaka has 1. Player of the match, Neto has 1, Tanaka has 1. Matches played, they both played 4. And then minutes played, 256 for Pedro Neto and 307 for Tanaka. So let's see going into this game, what we can do, what damage we can do, who would be the better team, who would be the best player, who would be the player to actually look out for both teams. Leave a like and comment and subscribe, guys. And please let me know, guys, who do you see shining in this game? Is it a certain player? Is it Leeds? Is it Chelsea in terms of do we actually push? Do we actually fight but not get there at the end? Or is it just a case of, like we saw against Brighton, where it's all Leeds and we end up losing? Leave a comment, please, down below, what you guys think. And then if you take a look at the form, Leeds have drawn 3 and won 2, so they haven't lost a game in the last 5. Where with us, we have lost the last 4 and only 1. Our last game was against Port Vale in the FA Cup, so that's our last one. So hopefully we can continue that form, but it will be soon to be seen against Leeds. Few insights. Chelsea haven't lost their last 3 matches, where with Leeds haven't lost in the last 7. So another thing, this is based in the FA Cup, not in any other competition. So let's see what we can do in terms of maybe FA Cup is our luck for the season. Then obviously we know that Man City is playing Southampton tonight. We'll soon see what the results are against them and who we actually face. But I think we all know that we most likely are going to face Man City in the final. Now it's just our question of, can we do our job? I would rather lose the semis than for us to go to the final and have our tail between our legs, knowing that we have lost, and now we have to commemorate Man City on their win for the FA Cup. I do not want to see that. That would be the worst feeling for any fan and for any player on the pitch, especially our team. So if we are to not win the FA Cup final, let us lose against Leeds. Let me know down below, do you guys agree with that? But that is my intake on competitions. If I'm not going to make it to the final and not win, I'd rather not go to the final at all. And then if we look at the last 5 games against Leeds, out of the last 5, we have lost 2, won 2, and drawn 1. So 50-50, I would say. But the last 2 results, they won and then we drew. So let's see what would happen in this game. And comment down below what you guys' score predictions for this game will be.
The last game I said 3-1 to Brighton, and that actually finished a complete other way around. For this game, I'm going to actually keep it simple. I'm going to go with either 1-0 or 2-0 win to Chelsea. If that doesn't happen, then I don't know. I don't know where we are going into the season, into the next one. But if we don't win this game 1 or 2-0, then I don't know. I would think 1-0 because we haven't scored a goal. I think we might battle. But I hope that we don't concede. I hope we're able to keep it tight at the end, at the back. We could even say 2-1. Hopefully it's a 2-1, maybe even they score, because most likely we haven't been keeping clean sheets, so chances are us keeping clean sheet is also vulnerable. But for this game, I have to be positive. If we're not being positive, then what's the point of supporting a team, especially when they're in the low in confidence and low in form. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe. But this is my preview to Chelsea versus Leeds in FA Cup semi-finals. Peace.